Hello, hello. Welcome to Collector Fusion, the last one of the year.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year from all of us from Collector Express, Quinn Comics, GeekFusionTV, and yeah, I guess you didn't accept your admin position, did you?
I didn't see it. Did it come in?
Should have.
I didn't see it. Son of a.
Now, no cussing.
Mother.
Oh, they hate me, so. Gosh darn it would probably get me a yellow here. Smart. But a lot of cool stuff this year. A lot of bad stuff.
A lot.
I invited Cannon and see if he wanted to come on and we can maybe talk a little shop later on.
A little 3D printing. Oh, dude, he helped me out so much the other day.
Oh, he was showing me some of the cool stuff he did. He showed me too, like the gun box that you made.
Yeah.
And he expanded on his.
Oh, good. Yeah. I was like, he kept telling me, he's like, oh, you want to do this? I was like, dude, let's keep it simple. Let me just start with something simple because later on down, I still have the file. I can tweak it. I can do stuff to it. I just want to print my first thing, you know? And yeah, so I got that done. And then I've been printing a few things since then, including something for you. I'm still like trying to find other stuff to put in this box to send you, but I don't know. I may just give up and just send it. So, but yeah.
DC in the house. Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, he looks sexy today. Look, he got all trimmed up. He got his hair did.
Hey, he's going out on the town tonight.
Ooh.
Now this is my night out. I'm in the upstairs office. It's like when I got asked for like a senior discount, I was like, well, it's time to cut down the beard.
I just wait till I start looking like a billy goat, and then I trim it up, and then I let it grow again, and then it's just when it gets distracting.
Oh, I'm busy. Just popping in and say, hey, and send a message on Discord. How the forks turn out. That was Canon.
Forks? What forks? What?
The motorcycle forks.
What? The fork? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. No, I got them in here. They look awesome. I thought they looked great. I was showing Jared. What was this the other night? After I printed them, Wednesday, I think. I've got them wrapped up so I can send them over to Jared. And as per Jared's request, I didn't take any of the supports off of it. But
I think Cannon was wondering if you could print a set for him too.
Yeah, absolutely. I got the file. I can do it. It didn't take very long.
What type of forks are they?
It's a Lobo style front forks to convert these Cosmic Ghostwriter bike into a Lobo bike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they look awesome.
What was
I would show you, but I already have it all taped up.
No worries.
Oh, hit print right now. We'll show them at the end.
Print them out right now. I'll wait.
I think they took about 3 hours, so I don't think I have enough time.
Oh, darn.
Darn it.
Yeah, I can totally.
That's one of the things that's really talk about 3D printing. That's some kind of things that's really changed the things up in the customizing community. We've opened up so many avenues. Like instead of allows more people to get into the hobby too. Having
it allows for, and I don't want to say this for it to be mean, but to fix what the companies actually give us. You know, we can improve and make the items look the way they are intended to.
Yes.
You know? I mean, no offense to Hasbro Mattel, they do an okay job, but sometimes they miss the mark a little bit. So thanks to technology, and now 3D printers are so readily available for everybody. If you're tech savvy, you can create whatever the hell you want now.
Well, I was watching, it was a replay that Robo put up on his channel today, like one of his play days.
Yeah, I saw it. I just saw it a little while ago.
The Kitty Pride head.
Yes.
3D printed head, so much better than I figured what comes on it.
Yep, and if Hasbro would have just tweaked it a little bit, they could have done the same thing, but oh well.
Oh, and Cannon was wanting to know if you want to send the updated box with a shelf.
Sure. Yes.
He's
Absolutely.
even got recessed spots for like magnets where you can actually have them like magnetically stack.
Oh, that's cool. I love it, man. Even though, and like, look, this isn't the best thing in the world as far as printing goes when you get into stuff this small, but like, you know, that's a pretty sweet looking Hulk head there.
Yeah,
Looks
You
nice.
know, it's got, you know, it could use a little paint and some sanding, but like, and this is just a regular printer. This isn't resin or anything, you know. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. I don't know. I mean, I think the Hulk head was a good example just because it's a fairly big head.
that is amazing detail for a PLA printer.
Yeah, it came out really, really good. I'm sending this to you, by the way. I sent it. It's in the box. 'Cause I'm not going to use it for anything, and I was like, man, I don't know if you'll use it for anything, but you know.
Well, that's what with 3D printing too. It's like we had so much more. Before it was kind of like, if you really wanted to get detail on custom action figures, you got to do a lot of sculpting by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have the avenue of 3D printing, and we're not restricted to heads that's already made too.
Yep.
We got to now we can actually have custom heads printed, like Canon's done for me so many times with like these awesome head sculpts, different accessories, weapons, armor pieces. Like people are like, some of the people are getting really into that. I was on Instagram today seeing somebody was doing a 3D print, a 3D scan. So when he does the armor, he can actually just cut that section out so it form fits the figure.
Yeah.
It's just opened up, and it's opened up a lot more for people too that don't have the ability to sculpt like that.
Well, I think especially anything that's you know, that's ABS, right? Like, so chess pieces and things like that, you can completely change out if you want to.
Yeah.
You can create a new torso piece, you know, for an action figure to completely change the look and the design of it.
Well, that's one thing I was toying with the idea of working with Canon. One of my original characters is a robotic character. Build a new torso. I can use some arms and legs from a Marvel Legends figure and build a new torso. The ABS in the resin or maybe, well, yeah, I got someone else that prints now. I don't have a printer.
I was talking to Duke last night during the show, and he is now going to go buy one of these because he's big into Warhammer and all that.
Oh, I was watching last night. I was like, "Yep, Duke's getting it."
He's getting a printer, man. Because I was like, "Dude, you know how much money you could save buying one of these with all that Warhammer stuff you buy? Like, and there's just free files out there to print anything you want."
See, stuff like that, and not to take it a negative way with that comment, but see, with the 3D printers, you know, I get people that come in, hey, do you have Warhammer stuff? Do you have D&D stuff? And man, it's kind of hard to compete with people that got 3D printers because they can make all their own stuff. And guess what? That hurts the community when it comes to stores like this. So I don't carry a whole lot of D&D stuff, and I definitely don't carry any Warhammer because there's just not a crowd for it here in this area. But
I think you got to carry so much of it too, like
people just once they got their main characters, they really don't need anything outside of creatures, and creatures sell okay here. But again, I'm not gonna make a living off of them. That's for damn sure. There's just not enough in sales. But with the 3D printers, I've got a friend of mine who does tabletop gaming, and he goes, I just print all my own stuff. You know, he's got a little rinky-dink cheap one that he paid, I think, $300 or $400 for. He goes, yeah, it's good enough. They don't have to be super detailed, just detailed enough. And he prints out all of his miniatures. So
that's opened up so many avenues for so many different hobbies.
Yep.
It's just, and the quality on these are unreal now. The rapid prototyping too, like in the industry, is just amazing too. So what they can do. I watched Pixel Dan was touring Mattel's like design studio. Their 3D printers will print. It's a resin printer, and it was printing like full on assembled action figures in color. Just the faces just weren't painted because it's just printing the skin tone.
The technology
it comes out looking like a blob, and they go wash it off, and all all the supports just dissolve off of it, and you have a figure.
Yeah. But the technology nowadays, I mean, obviously, if you're a big toy company like Mattel or Hasbro, you can afford the best in 3D printing. So they can have take it from a render to an actual prototype figure within, a few hours or whatever. There you go. This is what we got. Oh crap! This is gonna sell like crazy. Put it in production.
But, it's been so. If it wasn't for just space and time on my hands, I'd have one. I'd be getting to like having to relearn like 3D modeling again too. So no, you can buy the models, but the artist in me was like, I need to start learning 3D model again. Because I haven't touched that stuff.
If I was semi-tech savvy and I had a decent printer, oh my god, I'd be making customs for myself while I'm sitting here all day long. Hey, this is done. Let me do this. This is done. Let me do that one. But yeah, no. If I get into that, that's going to be a rabbit hole I'll never get out of.
One of the things we were also talking about maybe doing tonight, but I didn't get around doing is making a top 10 of everything figures list type thing. But
yeah,
it's kind of hard.
Because I'm making a video of it, so I'm like working on it. I don't have 10 yet though. I don't remember what I'm up to.
Yeah,
but I don't.
I haven't even started because I collect so much. It's hard to narrow down to just 10.
Yeah.
I kind of worked on this guy a little bit.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a Vaxildan or whatever from oh my
Vox
god.
Machina.
There you go. Thank you. I'm getting tongue tied. The McFarlane figure was like I think $4.99 at Ross. So I'm like, hey, hell with it. I'll pick it up. I think I can make a custom out of them. So I just took the figure. Yeah, there you go. Since you got it up there. Whoop. I just took a long shot figure and his the joints for his hands actually popped right into the wrist joint, so didn't really have to do anything there. I just took the body is.
That's kind of crazy. Like the McFarlane 7-inch figure.
Cut this piece out of here.
Scale perfectly with Marvel Legends.
Cut it around the neck, shaped it, fit it in, super glued it in there, and there you go. Minimal sculpting, no paint. I had a couple long shots. So I took the blades off of both. Well, the other one off the other one, so I have them. Now he's got blades on both sides of his legs. The hands, I'm gonna have to rework the hands and maybe super glue the thumb to the finger. That way he can use these knives a little bit better than the ones that he actually comes with. Yeah. So, but other than that, I think he came out pretty good. Not too bad.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I don't have the skill that you have. You're like way up there. I'm like way down here.
I was way down there.
I still have my training wheels on, so I do what I can, But I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters.
Well, the only things I've been playing around with, and I showed Jared this last week sometime. I don't remember when. So I've got my Night Force Flint.
Oh, nice.
So I got him. And then with extra pieces, I don't know who this is. I was just putting extra pieces together to make another Joe on the shelf. I got this dude.
Hey, I like it.
Cool.
I don't know who he is. He's a new Joe.
I don't know if you guys remember the original Marvel Zombies.
I made one like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You remember the original Marvel Zombies miniseries?
I do.
Okay. Janet Van Dyne, her head was put on a robotic body. So anyways, I was thinking, well, okay, I was watching What If, and I saw the zombie episode with Paul Rudd's character, Ant-Man. So I took that and put it on this body. So now you kind of have a Marvel Zombies-esque Paul Rudd Ant-Man on a robot body. So, and that was
You're the figure that most people bought that set for.
Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? Hey, it works, and it actually, I actually like it. I'm kind of happy with it. So I hated the fact that all that sculpt is just in that little damn thing, and they didn't do anything with him. So now I have him on there.
I made one of those Joe like that too, Mantor. just used leftover parts, and I think I called them like the Lieutenant Spare Parts.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's just. I'm gonna call him Sergeant Shelf Space.
There you go.
I don't know who he is, but I had a bunch. Well, what it was is because I was taking all the good stuff off of some of the Tiger Force figures I have, and I don't know. I think I took the orange pants off of Flint, and I washed them so that they were darker.
Yeah, that makes.
And then I took the orange shirt off of Outback. No, not Outback.
Actually, you got it backwards. The pants are off the Duke.
Outback, and the shirt's Flint. Yeah, that's what it is.
Flint. Yeah.
And then, or it might no. These are Duke's legs. Sorry,
Yep.
These are Outback Duke's legs with Outback Flint's top, and then I got that GI Joe Snake Eyes Origins head on there. And then I washed the pants and gave him a sniper rifle and gave him Duke's belt and bandolier.
There you go.
The Joes look so
Is
good.
that a red shirt that he's wearing?
It's orange. It's that Flint, that Outback, or the.
Okay. Well, it looks kind of
Tiger
red
Force.
on my screen, but
Yeah, I know.
usually in Star Trek, the guys that wear the red shirts are the expendable ones.
Yeah. Well, Sergeant Shelf Space here is probably going to be the first one to die. So, in a real conflict. But whatever.
He's very brightly colored, so he's
Yeah. But I really like the Night Force Flint. I'm very happy with. I think he came out.
That looks nice.
I'm happy with him. So, because that Tiger Force Flint, I mean, I only bought him because he was like $9 at Target because I hate those colors. I hate the Tiger Force colors.
I did get this in the day, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man,
Nice.
and I will be using that casting that I made of the head that I painted up for you.
Oh, nice. Which is a
This
much
head
better.
does not look like Tobey Maguire. Well, it looks like Bully Maguire, like when he's the symbiote.
Yeah.
It does not look like Tobey Maguire enough. I can see putting this head on a black suit and having them dancing.
Oh God.
This one here looks way better. This is a way better head sculpt. The one you painted up for me. So
It looks like it's been painted really nicely. Who did that?
it does, except for the fact that he did take a nosedive off the shelf, so now the front of his hair is missing a spot of brown.
Oh no!
So I got to touch that up. He just took a nosedive off the shelf back there.
Or if you want, just drop it in a box, and I'll touch it up for you.
But it still looks awesome. I love it. I like this old school Toy Biz one better than I like the new one they came out with. So
Somebody commented that on here recently on the video, the short I did for that.
yeah.
Hello, AK. I'm not saying your whole name.
Call him Jin. Jin's that you can't mess that one up.
Just call him a coup.
Oh no.
No,
You
that's
just
too
did
close. What got striked?
That's it. That's it. It's over. It's
Why?
over.
What happened? Am I missing something?
Yes.
Well, a while back, when we did our 1/12 scale, like the vehicles one,
Okay.
Matt said his Jen's full name,
Okay.
and YouTube struck the channel as like it was a offensive term.
Really?
Yeah,
Because the beginning part of his name, the AKU, sounds
Okay.
like you're calling someone a raccoon.
What?
Yes,
Wait,
that's what
you
they
two
thought.
gotta
That's
get
what they
their-
thought I said.
Together,
They
man.
thought I was using a racial slur instead of
my
just
God.
saying his name.
it took giving hounding them. They finally gave me the timestamp, and when we saw it, it's like, wait, I got the transcript, link to it, and finally made them do their job, and they cleared that video.
It took 2 months.
Wow.
It took 2 months to get that video cleared up.
They need to get their crap together, man. I mean,
Oh, they want to when the machine learning thing dings it, they don't want to like go back and actually review it. It's a 2-hour stream. I'm not watching this. It does its job right.
wow.
It took me calling them liars and lazy constantly and giving them negative
So
feedback.
they thought it was perfectly. They thought, oh yeah, I'm sure what happened is here's some dudes sitting there talking about toys, and someone just called someone in the chat a racial slur. Because that makes way more sense than, oh, you just didn't understand what the person's name was.
Yep, YouTube. Us explaining this is probably going to get. I'm going to get the yellow.
Instead of YouTube, it's more like you boob.
But I didn't get the. But Target was clearancing out their the What If series, the Disney Plus series stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got the last two pieces cheap to build the new Hydra stopper. I got the Yolita Boba.
This guy right here.
And I got, that's what I'm going to be building. The Goliath.
By the way, have y'all been watching What If this season?
You know how much I got it for? Guess how much I got it for?
How much did you get for it?
$5. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I about to believe it.
No. I ordered an extra case for my store so I could have it. But at least I paid wholesale for it. Better than paying full price.
Still, one of the best figures Super 7's made in the Thundercats.
I love all the Thundercats stuff that they make, man. They're just really
Their
good.
Wave 2 figures had so much quality control issues.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I haven't had any problems with any of their figures. So I've got like all the main Thundercats. I've got all the four main mutants if you count Vulture-Man, which he was one of my favorites back in the day.
Wave 2
were Taro and Snark.
Yes.
Can't wait for those.
The only thing I need to do to this one, his hips are a little loose. I need to put some Kiki's joint tightener in there.
Isn't that Shakira? Hips don't lie? No?
Yeah. But my Wave 2 had so many QC issues. Big Bad Toy Store quit taking returns. They just will give you a refund. We won't do exchange. It's not return. They will do returns, but they wouldn't do exchanges. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
That's ridiculous.
Because they were sending out replacements and they were damaged too. I had to get like a second groom because they installed the knee joint sideways, so it didn't work.
Wow.
Mum-Ra had two lower left legs.
I've been very fortunate that none of that's happened with me. So, that Mum-Ra the Ever Living, oh man. I mean, it's up there, but if I grab it, I know I'm going to knock down everything. But it is a beautiful figure. Oh, love it.
I ended up ordering two of the Ever Living figures,
and
it took me two of them to build a decent one. And
wow.
Once I did that, I sent the other one back to get the refund.
Yeah, I was fortunate. Mine didn't come with any problems. So, again, just lucky that way, I guess.
Then totally overhauled Tigra. Tigra is...
Look what else I got in today.
Oh, you got the Super 7 Turtle Van.
Yes, sir.
I like I give you full screen.
Look at that bad puppy right there.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. It's expensive.
Yes. And you get the big Snake Mountain back there in the back.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is retail merchandise, so. But I'm surprised I have two left here in the store.
That thing is a beautiful piece. I actually got
very nice as well. I love it.
I found a spot for mine. Here it is, up there.
Oh, nice!
And in Castle Grayskull would be where
you can't mix Transformers and Masters of the Universe. That's just wrong. That's collecting 101, man. You messed up big time.
I was a big Masters fan. Then I was a Transformers fan.
Nothing wrong with that. It looks nice. It looks great on the shelf, man. I have my.
It just barely fits that top tower piece.
I'm gonna mess up something here. I hope not. But, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, there you go. There's a side of there's the castle that came out a couple of years ago, and then there's my vintage castle. But as you can see, all the other stuff I have down in front of the TV here, and then there's There's the rest of it there.
That's so awesome.
There you go.
That's the stuff he has to keep behind the counter so people won't come in and touch it.
What's that? What was that?
They just come in and knock everything down.
Oh man, if you're stupid enough to come behind my counter, I will knock you down. You know, I don't allow people behind my counter. Who does that? You know, you don't go behind the counter at McDonald's and make your own burger. I mean, it's just common sense, you know.
Jen's explaining
I feel special now. I've been behind the counter, so.
Well, that's because I know you. You know, that's different. You know, but I mean, your average customer, if I don't know you, I'm like, well, you're not gonna come. I don't know if you got a gun or not.
Yeah.
When Jen, that Snake Mountain's totally worth the price. It is.
Oh yeah, definitely worth the price. Yep.
It is bigger than the original. It looks nicer.
Well, it's classic while upgraded, if that makes sense. You know, same thing with the Castle Grayskull.
Yep.
Classic, but they upgraded it. And, you know...
The only thing I wish Castle Grayskull was just a little bit darker green.
Well, you know, I mean, I have them side by side, and the colors are almost close. You know, I can't really complain too much.
Just a little bit darker.
Just a little bit, but I said they're close. I didn't say they were exact. I said they're close. So, you know, again, this is where customizers come in because we have to
I've seen some beautiful paintings
or improve stuff that the toy companies make. You know, now I'm fine with it the way it is, but it could do with a nice little black wash, dry brush here or there to fill in the crevices of the bricks. I think it would probably make it pop a little bit more, but I'm nowhere near a good painter, so I'm going to leave it like that. But I know you can probably turn it into something that probably triples the value of that item.
Well, I'm also when it comes to big items, I'm kind of lazy. That's a lot of paint work, and it is a beautiful piece as it is right out of the box.
Oh yeah, it's a nice item. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. I need to set up a little bit of a Superman shelf behind me too.
Nice.
All McFarlane stuff.
Did you get your new shelves set up?
Yep, that's what's behind me.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm in the upstairs office. So I got the Titans, Scorponok with all the upgraded kits, the D-Day upgraded kits, the Car Legends, Fort Max with the D-Day upgraded kits, my G1 Fort Max, my G1 Scorponok. I got some He-Man Skeletors down here, some Aliens, Predators. I got some Predators, Aliens, Terminator, Edge, RoboCop, Ed 209, a T800, and a RoboCop with jetpack.
Speaking of He-Man, a friend of mine found this for me today.
Oh, nice.
Battle Armor He-Man.
The new Eternia?
Yeah, new Eternia. Yeah, see.
The new Eternia stuff looks
Trying to
so much
not
better.
get the glare in there, but yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. The ones that are in
they've been working on fixing a lot of the issues.
What's that?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overtalk you.
Oh no, it's okay. The Battle Armor He-Man, Sunman, Hero, and Jitsu. So I need to try and find a Jitsu.
Hit up Target. Target's been clearancing out their Masterverse stuff.
They don't have anything other than Andra. Still, they got Andra.
Well, she's $6 right now, so everybody go buy an Andra.
That's still probably a little too expensive. I'll be right back.
Might be able to find them online. They've been clearancing out a whole bunch of stuff on Target.
Go ahead. Now I got a place to put it. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Eradicator. I wish that we'd get like a platinum label or whatever with skin tone instead of the modern look.
What it's actually supposed to look like?
Yeah, this is what he looks like in the comics currently. And I think he's a villain now. But I would like for the Reign of the Superman look when he was a good guy. Or anti-hero. One thing, though, talking about all these retro properties, has got me thinking, like when I did my top 10, someone in the comments mentioned about when they seen Elektra, it's like when the hair sculpt, the big hair thing was they would like to see a Jim and the Holograms, like 6-inch line, which why isn't Hasbro? They own that. That's their property. They have several properties. Why would they not bring back some? They keep trying to find new licenses or stuff to make figures of when they own all these properties. And realistically, who's buying figures? People like us. Older generations, the younger generations, most of them are not interested in buying action figures.
I think, and while we can argue about whether or not it was good execution and whether or not it was the best choice to delve into that, I think they have learned from Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons did not sell well. It had short bursts. All of them have gone on clearance. All of them are at Ollie's or wherever.
Well, that's another thing they had to buy a license for to get, because that's not. Well, no, they own D&D now.
They own that.
The D&D stuff did very well here at my store. I've only got a couple pieces left. The ones that are showing up at Ollie's is Hank, Diana, and Bobby. The other three have not shown up there yet, or at least not here in my Ollie's.
I've got all of them, and I didn't pay more than $10 a piece for them because they all are on clearance at Walmart, at Target, and at Ollie's. And I went ahead and picked them all up.
Do you have the Dungeon Master 2-pack?
But for $10 a piece, I now have all those single carded releases.
I would have bought them if they were better executed. They built them like how people refer to the dark days of Marvel Legends. You got the single elbows that swivel. You got limited articulation in the torsos and the arms. The sculpts are not the best. If they went a little bit farther and made them more detailed and better articulation, I would have wholeheartedly dived in that line. I thought Venger's
they're trying to keep to the animated aesthetic. Not that I'm
I think they went too far trying to make it look animated. And
I think that's what the problem was. If they would have done double jointed elbows and knees, I think that would have stood out a little bit more.
It's like Venger's face. To me, didn't look like Venger. It looked like an angry baby. And when you see it, it's like, oh. It's got that one little snaggle tooth.
But I think when stuff like that happens,
it makes them take a step back.
Yeah, it makes them go, okay, well, there was all. First of all, D&D is still big. They own the rights to D&D. You know what I mean? So they sell the game. The cartoon property may have to get a license for them. They may have had to get a license for it, but what they probably did was look at it and go, okay, D&D is still big. They know this because they sell D&D product, right, through TSR. Mm-hmm. Which do they still completely own TSR, or do they partially own it? Either way, they have ownership in TSR. So they make money off of D&D. So even if they had to pay a little bit of a license fee from the cartoon, they were able to look at this and go, here's a property we can delve into some nostalgia with. We know it sells. We know people love D&D. People have been wanting these figures since the 1980s.
Oh, I wanted them. I really wanted those figures, but the execution of them were so poor. I was like,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is from a business standpoint, they probably looked at it as like a sure thing, and then it totally was not a sure thing
because they didn't want to invest in engineering.
Because they didn't want to invest in it, and it's completely their fault that it wasn't a sure thing. But the fact of the matter is, it wasn't, which is going to give them pause to do anything else like Gem or anything else. Gem, Mask, all these other things we would love to have.
Yeah. Oh, and
it's going to give them pause to do that because literally every one of them has gone on clearance. The only one that I haven't seen on clearance is the one you can only get online at Target, which is the 2-pack. That's the only one I haven't seen go on clearance because they didn't have any.
Yeah, that was a Target exclusive 2-pack.
Yeah, that's the only one that didn't go. I bought 3 of them at Target for $10 a piece. They were like $9.84 a piece. I bought one at Walmart for $10.64, and I bought 2 at Ollie's for $10 a piece. So I got the 6 main characters, and I didn't pay more than $10 for any of them. And I mean, you know, that's what, 60% off right there. Of
Visionaries,
what they were going for.
Visionaries is one of those properties though. I would buy in a heartbeat if they're well done. As long as they don't make them like they did the D&D figures. They make these as well as they do Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe. I'd buy these in a heartbeat. They got so many cool designs, and you can get some reuse of the parts too. Different characters. They own this flat out. It's like, why not? At least give it a try. They keep trying to bring it back. Ron the Space Knight. I want to figure that. But Michael Mercer, I like his content.
Yeah.
But I'd totally go with like display these with have like a even working in the story as dimensional shift or something other, like do a crossover with G.I. Joe or something other. Have Visionary show.
Yeah.
Joe's go there for a temporary thing.
And here's the thing: if you want to like make sure you don't lose your ass on it, make as much as we all hate this, but make it a Pulse exclusive.
Yeah, test the water. Do a Pulse exclusive 1 or 2 figures.
So
if they do the right figure, they can make a couple different figures from it, like because they are shared parts like G.I. Joes and other things. They do some of them do shared parts. So they can totally do this. There's so many cool lines I would love to see in 6-inch form or 6.5-inch form. So I need to get that so they don't make them too small. But these things look cool. You can have the holograms on there. I'd love that. Would love to have that.
Yep.
Jen was looking. A cartoon D&D would have been a sure thing on the classic card style packaging, not the windowless. Yeah, that's one of the things that hurt that line too. Doing the stupid windowless packaging hurt that line a lot.
Yeah, because a lot of people would have bought them just to keep them in the package, and a lot less people complaining about the articulation because nobody was going to take them out of the package anyway.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can totally see people buying those, keeping them in the box with the window, and display them as is. But their windowless packaging thing hurt them more than anything. They won't admit it. They will never admit it. That's why they're going back to plastic on the windows. The box stores told them to stop because they were getting a lot of shrinkage because people were swapping figures out and returning them. People quit buying them because they don't know what's in the boxes because people are swapping them, and collectors must see their figures.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
A lot of mint box collectors, they want to see their figures, not just a card art.
I have the thing for eyes. If the eyes are cross-eyed or cockeyed, I will not buy that figure. They have to look straight.
The 40th anniversary He-Man figure. When I bought it at Target, I went through 10 of them on the shelf to find one with eyes painted correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had the eyebrow up here, and some of them had the eyes offset, and but Mattel was never stupid enough to take the windows off their boxes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And like we mentioned too, like I've seen a lot of customizers do this property here, doing the holograms. There's still a big fan base for that.
Maybe not that live action show they did a couple of years ago.
I don't even know why they even called it.
Jesus Christ! I was so excited for it. I was like, "Oh, cool!"
Yeah, this is what people were expecting when they did a live action show.
Exactly. They got so far away from the source material, it was not even funny.
What was it? This?
Yeah. Oh God, get that off the screen. It's almost as bad as the Josie and the Pussycats movie. I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah. I can safely say I have seen both the Josie and the Pussycats movie and the Gem movie, and the Gem movie is way worse.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
The Josie and the Pussycats movie was at least based off of kind of a goofy, funny cartoon without a serious premise, and they did a goofy, non-serious movie with ridiculous characters, so it made more sense. The Gem movie was just awful because it was absolutely nothing like this. Like it and I'm not saying the Josie and the Pussycats movie from like 20 years ago was good. I'm just saying, like, if you have to watch one, if you're being tortured and somebody says, "What is it, Jem or Josie and the Pussycats?" Do yourself a favor and go with Josie and the Pussycats.
How hard is it to screw up? Every one of those Hanna-Barbera cartoons was all about kids solving mysteries. There you go. How hard is that? Apparently, it's very hard.
Something I've been wanting forever in like a Marvel Legends style line too, the human characters for Transformers.
Civilians? Yep.
So the Spike, Sparkplug, Chip, Carly, Daniel.
They could give us that
Airborne.
Or even better, or well, not even better, but on top of that, do all. Remember when they all got turned into humans?
That's what I was getting ready to say. These right here. This is when Hot Rod, Springer, RT, and Ultra Magnus got turned into humans. Make them. They could do like basically one body for these three of different heads, different paint schemes, and one female. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
That's a deep dive, man. I would like to see them made too, but that's a deep dive. I think we have a better chance of getting Sparkplug, Spike, Chip. You know,
it would sell way better than Dungeons and Dragons because there are exponentially more Transformers fans.
Put it on Hasbro Pulse as one of their HasLab exclusives for Transformers. I guarantee you that would probably sell fast.
Oh, perfect, right there.
Oh yeah,
that would be a great exclusive, too, like a Pulse exclusive. The old Snake from the episode where they got turned into humans, and they could do the Cobra Commander in the trench coat, old Snake.
Yeah,
and plus with Spike and Carly, they can do older versions of Spike and Carly when they're in the same style uniforms as
in season 4.
Yep.
Well, see, that would lend itself to something on Hasbro Pulse. I guarantee you.
Yep.
Your Transformers stuff always sells and it always funds. You put that in there as a human 6-pack or something. I guarantee you that.
And I know he's only like a 1-episode thing, but the Raul would be a good one to add in there. Oh, look! Oh, I didn't want to click on that. You know what Raul's outfit looks like? Rick Jones.
Who?
He does.
Raul's outfit looks like Rick Jones.
Rick Jones.
I can't see that very well, but from that picture, he looks like a cross between Rick Jones and Ralph Macchio from
Rick Jones. Why haven't we gotten him in a Marvel Legends figure?
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time. It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. And these Marvel, these would actually fit with Marvel Legends perfectly because they're actually Marvel characters. They Marvel, where they released the comic first, Marvel owns the rights to them. The Neo Knights.
Isn't it Neon Knights?
Oh, I'm sorry, Neo. No.
No, it's Neo Knights. I'm sorry, man. I need new glasses.
If you got Circuit Breaker is the main one, but all of these would be really cool. Mainly Circuit Breaker would be the first one I would want. Then you got the Lord Chumley that hunts the Autobots in one of the cartoons, the evil guy.
Here's the thing. If they want to, whether it's Visionaries or Mask or whatever, right? If they want to be able to put some of these figures out and know that they're going to sell and not take a risk, you just release them as Marvel Legends because all these characters had Marvel comic books. This is why they could do Crystar, had a Marvel comic. You know what I mean? You've got Visionaries had a Marvel comic.
Yep.
You own it. You can release it under the Marvel Legends license. People will buy it. You don't have to release if you're worried about exclusively releasing a Visionaries line. Release it as a Marvel Legend. You know, like they. And again, coming out of the 80s, all of these things had Marvel Comics. Hasbro was working with Marvel Comics to do comics on pretty much every toy line they had out.
Mm-hmm.
It would be very, very easy to release, some of the Visionaries or Matt Tracker as a Marvel Legend. You know what I mean?
We don't need to be. I don't. I know be logistically it'd be too hard to do the vehicles in that scale.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be fine with doing some of the key core characters of Mask in 6-inch scale.
Yeah.
And, well, you could actually have some interchangeable parts probably with the human version of the Transformers. Those jumpsuits. Get some reuse out of that.
There's a lot they could do that would, I think, go a long way to goodwill towards the collecting community, if they wanted to. Because let's be honest, half the Marvel Legends that they release right now, nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about Matt Murdock with his goofy face coming out in that Spider-Man line. You know what I mean? Nobody cared about Giant Eyeball Man, who I don't remember his name, who's an old school 70s, Ghost Rider villain. Like, you can pick any line and take 3 figures out of any line they've released this year and go, nobody cares about these 3 characters. Yet you drop a Matt Tracker in a wave and people would lose their minds.
Of course, there is a independent toy company right now doing basically Dino Riders. They got funded. I can't remember the name of it right off, but I think you can get through Big Bad Toy Store now. They look fantastic too. But here's something I always want too: the Pretenders in human form. You got their suit. You got I like their battle armors. You got fun pictures here. Here, have their suits armors because they were like humanoids without the armor. They just look like regular people. But I would love figures of these, the Pretenders, and the monsters in as well.
Honestly, I think it'd be a safe bet to say that outside of Sparkplug, Spike, Chip, I forgot the Carly. Is it Carly? The blonde?
Carly, yeah.
Daniel, maybe Dr. Arkeville. I think those 6 would be safe bets in a Hasbro Pulse thing, for Transformers.
And if
they were ever
this is more expanding to like the foreign markets, which is another thing I don't understand why Hasbro spends all this money to making these new cartoons. Remaster these and double them, and people would watch the heck out of them.
I wish they'd put them on Blu-ray right now. I mean, I have them all on DVD, but I want
them to buy
it on Blu-ray.
Because the cartoons they're pumping out right now are terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
You have Headmasters, Master Force. I forget the third one, but then you got all the different Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Neo, all these different series that were never released in America. Remaster them, double them, and bring them over.
Yep.
Then you could redo new figures of all this stuff that people never saw.
Yep. I would love for them to redo. Well, I mean, you commented. I think it was those combat creatures. The 6-inch versions are nice, but those smaller 3-inch versions, 5 points of articulation. Man, give me that in a line.
Yeah.
I would take those in a heartbeat because I have almost. Not all, but I have a large majority of the original Battle Beasts, and I love that line.
And Super Godmaster Force cartoon, Jinrai was the main character, and he's a human. He used the Transector, the Master Bracers, and used the Optimus. The Transector body it was going to be made for Optimus Prime, but Optimus died before he could use it, and that's what Power Master Prime is over there. But it's battle armor. I would love a Jinrai like that. Plus, it works. You can have an alternate head to be a high Q from the Marvel Comics.
Yep.
You got and reuse too. Like you have the different human characters that's in the Power Master suits. I like these. It's stuff like I would, as a collector, as Transformers and Marvel Legends X 6-inch figure collector, I would love human characters no matter what in form.
Yep. I mean, we're starting to get a few here in Marvel Legends, like Aunt May and Mary Jane and a few others. We got a Peter Parker, J. Jonah Jameson, what is his name? Norman Osborn. We're getting a few. Hammerhead, Kingpin, but yeah. I'm sorry?
Nope. Ed State. Oh, now you're an admin.
Yeah. I refreshed because I was like, I never did that.
Oh, this is another property that Hasbro owns. It's a sequel series to G.I. Joe. One of the characters is actually the grandson of Beachhead.
Like, seriously, like, release that in the G.I. Joe Classifieds line.
Yeah. Let this be a
like
subline G.I. Joe Classified. This could be part of Classified.
Yep.
And what's funny is, like, the year was 2020. In a future time. If I didn't cry in a future time, almost 4 years ago now. But yeah, the toys were cool. The animation style looked good.
You know, another one that I would love to see come back in humanoids.
Yep.
I would love to see 6-inch versions of Earth Core. I have Decompose, the big one, but I would love to see updated Decomposed Tendril, Metlar. Oh my
and
god!
Those were a 6 or 7 inch scale anyway, right? I mean, granted, they were 6 or 7 inch scale because they were supposed to be 3 3/4 inch figures inside an armored suit,
something like that. Yeah,
right. They actually, I've seen people put those in their collections with their Marvel Legends because it's the same scale as a Marvel Legend. It's got a little tiny 3 3/4 head sticking out the top of it. If you take the helmet off,
that's one thing. They look better when you put their helmets on. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't posable for crap, though. 5 points of articulation, that's it.
Well, these designs and stuff works so well with...
Dude, they look so awesome. Dude, those figures still look awesome today. Even though the articulation is limited compared to what we're used to today, those figures still hold up to me.
I still don't understand why they didn't make them in the same scale as G.I. Joe. Be it a sequel series to G.I. Joe, they're a little bit bigger than the original 3 3/4 inch.
Were they like 4.5, 5 inch?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But the villains were like cyborgs and crazy looking designs. It was cool.
Yep.
He's got a robotic dog with a
But like I said, Ace at Ramen Toys, man, he'll start making some of this stuff. He's already making a lot of it. I mean,
yeah, but this just seems like a no-brainer for Hasbro to do since they own it.
Yeah.
And it's a sequel to G.I. Joe. Just add it to like Matt said, just make this part of Classified.
Yep.
They're already doing some weird, obscure G.I. Joe characters.
You know, they could integrate those characters into G.I. Joe themselves, you know.
I know these more than the obscure characters they're doing from G.I. Joe. Because I actually remember watching Cops, but I never watched the Dick series cartoon, G.I. Joe. Which this was done by Dick too, which is weird. But, yeah. It must have aired on more than other networks, even though it was made by the same animation company. Because I do remember watching this. Oh, and this is, I don't know who owns this, but I always hear people talking about this show.
Disney.
I still have the Ren and the Lord Bloth figures still carded. I still have those, and I have the animated series on DVD. I love that series. It was great.
Such wild looking designs. It's very fantasy style.
Wasn't that a Disney series?
No.
No? I thought that was
it wasn't Disney. I think it was Hanna-Barbera, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Fox Kids, ABC, syndication release.
Isn't it Hanna-Barbera?
HB production, yeah, Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, I thought it was Hanna-Barbera for some reason.
Well, it is. That's what Hanna-Barbera, but I changed their name later on to HB.
Oh, okay.
It is Hanna-Barbera. So, yeah, this is one thing that everybody talks about. Oh, and Jason the Real Warriors.
That would be a good movie, a live-action movie, since obviously Pirates of the Caribbean did very well. I don't know how well this would translate into a movie, but it would probably be a good live-action TV series.
Oh, this would be a great fantasy series.
Oh, yeah.
The production would have to be a pretty good budget.
Well, I mean, look what he did with One Piece. I mean, they're doing pretty damn good with One Piece, so this couldn't be too hard.
But definitely one that would be really good for a revival.
Yeah.
Oh, good point here. Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
Oh,
fantastic show back in the day. Loved this show. Granted, it ripped off a lot from Star Wars, but it was done really well.
Yep.
And What you know, and we've talked about this before, Jared. I think one of the reasons that show suffered was because the toys did not reflect the cartoon.
No,
True.
They
had actually had the toys already done, and the toys came with these little generic, like inch to inch and a half tall little characters, and there was no, like, it said Jason the Wheeled Warriors on the package, but there was nothing to associate.
We didn't have a figure to look like any of the characters.
That theme song, I don't know if you remember that heavy metal rock band called Wasp. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was Dokken.
I would love to play those on here, but that would be an instant strike.
They did the theme song for that, which I was like, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, a ton of Star Wars and Jace,
Yeah.
Bobcat Studios here. Hello, Stephen. Yeah, this was another one. It's like, it'd be great to get figures of the characters because the vehicles are cool, but the show, you had the great characters in the show, but we never got figures to represent them.
Well, like AK said, that and Pirates of the Dark Water never got an ending. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, I mean, it would have been nice.
Well, I was thinking it was Fox, so Fox never gives a show an end.
True.
If this show was doing well, cancel it.
Yep.
Yeah, and this was such a, like, this could have been, and I get that they wanted to focus on the vehicles. The vehicles, obviously, as a toy, were, I mean, that was kind of the thing, and I understand that. But, like, at least do something with the figures to kind of associate them with the actual show.
Is this also a Hasbro property?
It might be.
No idea.
I'm not sure. I will say this. I know I keep bringing up Ace at Ramen Toys, but
Mattel. It's a Mattel property.
Watch. He's going to get some attention from these toy companies. Oh, wow, he's making Brave Star. He's doing Masters of the Universe, which kind of pitched that to Mattel, which those prototypes that he did look incredible. So, I mean, if you take another company and then you just lease it out to them, it's like you're gonna end up making great stuff. If he does Cops or Jason Wheeled Warriors or Pirates of Dark Water, who knows what he's doing, or going to do next. If he does any of those, hopefully he's listening. Make some. I'm sure he'll get a lot of people that are kids of the '80s or fans of the '80s stuff buying that stuff. I mean,
and
all the other TV show stuff he's doing.
Yeah, and those laws did change things too, like Eduardo, like the choking hazard laws. That's why, like, when you see like G1 Transformer issues, any ones that have like firing missiles, the missiles are like really long now, so to meet the safety laws.
Yeah, another one, Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh, I would
kill for some Thundar the Barbarian.
I didn't think about that.
Art concepts and stuff. A lot of them were taken from Jack Kirby. He actually worked on the show.
I want this.
What needs to happen is somebody like Hasbro needs to get with Hanna-Barbera and just say, "Hey,
there are so many. We want
to do a Hanna-Barbera collection."
Exactly.
There's so much cool Hanna-Barbera stuff out there
for me and Quinn.
Yep, I can die a happy man. I'll buy them. I'll buy them all day long.
Yep, I've been saying this for. This would be a great to bring a live action movie.
Oh yes, that could lend itself to a great live action series.
Something like this concept art right here. Look, not that.
Well, maybe not that.
That's a nonsense there. But this one here would be a great idea, but. Just the original designs for the characters, I would love to have an action figure line.
That was all Jack Kirby stuff, I mean, they were influenced by Boris Vallejo and Frank Frazetta and stuff like that, but it was Kirby's initial designs that helped spawn this series. So that's why, if you notice, Thundar, his cheekbones are so Kirby-esque. I was like, loved it.
You got Ruby Spears Productions. Ran from 2 seasons on ABC. You see, I wonder who owns it now. But whoever owns it, they need to talk to find out and make some figures of this. So the original concepts with Ariel's wearing red.
Yep.
Developed Steve Brewer. Yeah, I would buy this in a heartbeat in an action figure line. What company would you want to work on those figures with? Thundar? I would want to expand it lines. Like, you know who I'd kind of like want to see take a whack at this? Jada Toys.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And they are looking at more licensing, license more properties. And I would like to see Jada take off as an action figure line company.
I don't think Tomy is still in business, is it?
Who now?
The Tomy, the toy company?
They are. They're doing that Back to the Future DeLorean.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I haven't heard of Tomy in quite a few years, man.
They merged with the car in Japan.
Oh, okay.
They're doing a huge DeLorean. It's like a...
Yeah, I think Jada needs to get some solid, at least a couple more solid IPs.
Yeah.
Because and granted, I mean, let's be honest, they haven't released a lot of figures yet. We've got 4 figures actually at retail so far, right? But they've been perfect, and that's just out of one IP. Now we've seen the new ones that are coming out, but I mean, I've only got Ryu and Chun-Li. And they're phenomenal. They are phenomenal figures. They're every bit as good as anything Hasbro's ever done. So yeah, they need to get some more licenses like quick. They need to. They're on a hot streak right now. I think they need to take advantage of that and try and get out there and get something. But they don't need to be doing this freaking. No offense, but this Valaverse stuff where it's like, I'm going to go get some knockoff Power Rangers thing.
Yeah.
No. They need to get.
Oh, it's going to make people pay attention when we reveal this license.
Mm-hmm. Like,
So
no.
somebody's going to end up making something look really, really good. And then that's when Hasbro or Mattel's going to be like, oh, hey, maybe we should make some of this.
Oh, look how well Jada's done. It scared the other companies to start doing Street Fighter stuff again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. The stuff that's come out for Street Fighter just in the last 3 months, and most of it hasn't even come out yet. They're just announcing it.
Yeah.
Is insane. And they are totally threatened by Jada doing great figures for $25 when Storm Collectibles is putting out, $80 to $120 figures. Like, who's going to buy their stuff? They're small. First of all, they're smaller scale.
Storm Collectibles, but Storm Collectibles, man, their stuff is pretty damn good. I mean,
they're nice.
They're
nice, but the problem is they're true 6-inch scale, which is fine on a lot of the bigger figures that are big anyway. But their human-sized characters are true 6-inch scale, and when true 6-inch scale is not the majority of the market anymore, thanks to Hasbro, right? Like, if you offer somebody, I can give you a fantastic figure for $100 that's true 6-inch scale, or I can give you a really damn good figure for $25 that does fit in with the rest of your collection. People are going to buy the $25 one that fits in with the collection all day long.
Yeah, they will, of course.
Super bad videos like we would never dream just a few years ago the diecast companies making some of the best action figures out there right now.
Yeah, exactly.
When I get the Jada Toys Street Fighter stuff in here, it's sold. It's sold fast.
And another along the lines with Thundar and all those properties like that, Black Star.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
I love that series, man.
This is screening for a new updated action figure line. This is one of the ones why I don't understand why Mattel hasn't reached out to incorporate this into the He-Man. They reached out to the license and licensed out the Sunman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why not Black Star? It seems like it goes more hand in hand with He-Man.
Super 7, since they did Masters of the Universe stuff, Super 7 could definitely do this. They could do Thundar. They could do and have it like Saturday Morning Ultimates, as they call all their stuff Ultimates. Saturday Morning Ultimates. Have this guy, have Thundar, have all those guys, man. I will totally buy them in a heartbeat.
The big thing I like to see though is these hit a retail shelf.
Well, unfortunately, when it comes to retail, unless there's a current movie, TV show, or cartoon property out, the likelihood of that getting shelf space in the stores are slim to none. That's just a simple fact.
Well, that's why it would be good if Mattel would actually incorporate this into their Masterverse line.
Well, see,
Masterverse is a multiverse line. So
when I was working was on MediCollector.com, a thread came up in the chat, and we it got put in there, and it got Scott Knightlick. He actually went back and checked. Black Star was in Masters of the Universe in the 80s. There was a kind of like a little panoramic thing, and there was a statue of Black Star holding his power sword, like Star Sword, like that. So he's in the Masters of the Universe, not officially as a character, but the statue is there. So Mattel could have easily made some Black Star stuff.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact,
with Masterverse being a multiverse line, it would be great to do.
There is a kit there that I bought off of somebody, Aldous Underground, a few years ago. I got the head, the neck piece, the sword, which is glow in the dark, and then the belt. And that made I'm totally messing it up. There we go. A Black Star. I had to use a Masters of the Universe body, but at least I've got one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would love to have an actual 6-inch version of Black Star.
But you got so many cool characters to incorporate and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, so you could do the main 3, the Overlord, some of his villains, and then all 7 of the Trobits.
Yep.
You got at least 2 or 3 waves right there.
And that gives us more stuff in He-Man than just He-Man and Skeletor's evil minions.
Well, since they put Sunman into the Masters lineup, I mean, I think Black Star could fit right in there easily.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, I don't make the decisions at these toy companies.
Yep. Another one we've talked about more than once, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
Oh my God.
I want figures of these. My friend Matthew, another customizer, he made this. And I was like, dang.
Wow, that looks nice.
I want one. I want that. But they're such cool designs, and it needs to come back. It got 2 seasons back in the day. There weren't a lot of episodes, but it did get 2 seasons. But it was like just a fun show to watch back then. Every now and then I turn it on and watch it. Still. But with the Knights too, you got a lot of reuse you can do with the Knights, with the bodies.
Yep.
But definitely one I would love to see revisit.
I mean, if you had somebody that pulled off Hanna-Barbera, I mean, you've got so much stuff there. I mean, you got what, Herculoids, you've got Birdman, you've got Space Ghost. I mean, I don't know about rights wise, but you've got stuff like, I mean, you've even got like the Flintstones and the Jetsons.
See, that's another thing. Why hasn't anybody done a good 5 to 6 inch version of all the Hanna-Barbera stuff? Like, I mean, we've had some Scooby-Doo stuff, but I'm talking like really good-looking stuff. Scooby-Doo, Speed Buggy, Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels, Josie and the Pussycats, Jabberjaw. I mean, there's a ton of them there that they could do a whole line of. And I mean, and that's just the characters, not to mention all the bad guys. They could do a ton of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and Jen, they were the original King Arthur and the Knights were missing. They were like lost in like the magical caves. So they brought back this football team. Was his the quarterback was named Arthur, and they brought him back, and they took the place of the original Knights for a while until they
basically Merlin like reached through time and grabbed a football team and brought them back to replace the King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Because I don't remember. Did they ever find the original King Arthur in the cartoon? I haven't
got back to. I've started watching them. I haven't got to the end yet. Or it's only 26 episodes and 2 seasons. I doubt they probably got a conclusion. I have to see. And that would be great. Jada makes diecast. Give us the Fast and Furious cast.
Mm-hmm.
But at least like some of the main guys. It's like we need Vin Diesel and it's 6-inch scale. 6.5-inch scale. Oh, Captain Power, another great one to bring back.
Wow, that's an old one right there.
Huh. I remember like the big like draw like where you'd like your toys would shoot at the TV screens.
Yep, I that was again cutting edge technology back then, where they actually interacted with the television.
I would totally buy a figure of this.
Dude, that totally looks like a futuristic riff off of RoboCop, but I mean it worked back then.
Well, it also looks a lot like Cylon armor.
Oh, that too.
What else I'd love to see if we're throwing out all the old stuff I loved as a kid in the 80s is Sky Commanders and Spiral Zone.
We need some classic 80s TV series Battlestar Galactica figures,
Oh,
I would kill for some of those.
Yep. And Stevens like mentions the Wacky Racers. That's up Jada's alley too. They just did Chester Cheetah. That's a great figure.
Speaking of the classic stuff, Knight Rider, I just got solicited Knight Rider's license plate. I didn't order that one though, but there's also a box set that has his key to his car with his keychain, an actual digital watch that it's a replica of Michael Knight's, where he's like, "Kit, I need you over here." So I ordered a couple of the watches. I want one for myself, but I mean, dude, that looks awesome. I cannot wait to get those here in the store.
Yeah, if NECA would keep like their quality of what they're doing with Gargoyle,
NECA
they
could do
Thundar.
Yes. See, NECA could definitely hit that nostalgic spot with keeping it close to the animation, but also using their molds and stuff to make stuff. Oh yeah, I would totally see a Thundar, Black Star, something, anything.
And that way we can see it on a retail shelf too, limited, but still a retail shelf.
Yep.
That would keep the prices down for around about what NECA, what they run right now, about 39 bucks.
44, give or take, depending on the size of the figure. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely buy those in a heartbeat, man.
If they could keep the quality up like they did with Gargoyles and do Thundar, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Because same way with two, like they get like a Gold Key comic characters, Solar, Torok, and who's their other Gold Key character? Oh, Magnus. I completely blanked out on Magnus. Give us those three. They already have the great bodies already for those.
Well, NECA's made enough money off of Ninja Turtles. I'm sure they could, take a couple hits for the team and make some of those figures for us.
Yeah. Their quality though is like from line to line is like all over the place. So hopefully the team that works on like the better lines does it. Yeah. That's also may just review the Karai figure from the Mirage NECA.
Yeah.
He was just trying to pop the head off and he just snapped the figure in half.
Yeah.
And this is one I'm sure a lot of people have not heard of. I always like the designs. It was in the 90s. The Sky Surfer Strike Force.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's an obscure one there for me. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, the designs were like really good. It's done by an anime studio, but it's meant for an American audience.
That middle guy right there in the middle. I have that little sky surfboard thing. I didn't know what it was until I saw it years ago, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's who it goes to.
The villains were really good designs too. But it's just like a really good. The animation on the show was really good. It's one of those properties where you could totally see somebody picking that up. Trying to find a picture of the villain. There, it's the main villain.
Oh, you know what? Another toy line, Filmation's Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
That would be another good line to pick up. But I mean, probably won't happen. I mean, we're going to get regular real Ghostbusters stuff. So I mean,
yeah, like the with the monkey. What's the name?
Tracy
the monkey, and those Ghostbusters. Yeah,
those Ghostbusters. I don't think we'll ever get any more of those. But Hasbro is re-releasing the Fright features on the real Ghostbusters. Those are getting released.
Oh, and I gotta have a Vin Diesel just because family. But should I troop build it?
Yes.
Just recreate that. But the NECA's best stuff is 8 to 18 inches. Jen's talking about.
That's what she said.
Are we talking about action figures?
They do have the quarter scale stuff, the really big stuff.
When I get the quarter scale turtles in here for the movie versions, man, they don't last but a day or two. They're gone.
Well,
and they've been on back. Oh, Dino Saucers. Yeah, Dino Saucers is a good one.
Yeah, we were just talking about this the other night. I did not know that Matt was talking about. They did there's prototypes of these figures out there, but they never got released.
Really?
The show was actually 65 episodes.
Wow, that's not bad. That's pretty good for a cartoon.
It didn't get a second season. That's just one season.
You know what other cartoon? It was one of the first animes to come over here, but it was dubbed in English, obviously. Mighty Orbots. Mm. They made prototypes of the robots, but they never got produced. And man, I would have loved to have had some of those. But even remake them by today's standards with today's drafting and engineering. I mean, you can make some really cool stuff. But I would love to have those.
This one's got NECA's name on it too, like with what they've done with and stuff.
Yeah, they could definitely. That's got NECA written all over it, man. I mean, hell, they did Defenders of the Earth. So, and I like those figures. Those are really nice.
I would wouldn't buy have a shelf full of dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
I can hear the same thing right now. Dinosaurs.
That was awesome. Raiders would be another good one. And robotics.
Yep.
Yeah, those would be good ones.
I remember there was a live action and an animated version of the Ghostbusters. So would you want like both of that original one with Tracy, the live action, and the cartoon one?
Oh, with Larry Storch and all them? Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. You know, honestly, I mean, fans of that cartoon and that live action show would probably take both. I know I would. Give me some Sid and Marty Krofft stuff, like Lost Saucer and Wonderbug.
Super bad. We are getting
Biker Mice
figures.
Yeah, Biker Mice coming from Nacelle, right?
Yep.
I got Biker Mice coming in hopefully soon.
Need to run for a second. I'll leave you in charge.
Okay. Don't do that.
Oh.
As it's probably gotten used to blood sugar medicine. I gotta go. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, I would love to see Street Sharks. Nacelle's doing Biker Mice, and they look pretty damn good. I've seen the renders, and I saw the ones that they had at I forget which con it was over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
and they looked really good. I know some people were complaining at first because they were like, "Oh, they don't have bicep cuts and things like that." But I was looking at them like, no, they do. It looks like they do. From everything I saw, they have all the articulation.
I think the bikes should be available to order here. Pretty soon. So the fact that we're getting bikes with the biker mice, I mean, sold separately naturally, but the fact that they're making them, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So, and if stuff like this does well, that sends a message to these other toy companies. You know, hopefully Hasbro, Mattel, if you're listening, you know, or any other toy company that wants to make a name for themselves. Hey, there's a market for these 80s properties and 90s properties. You know, like Darkwing Duck. Hell, man, that was late 80s, early 90s. They're making stuff. They're making a 2-pack, you know, for Darkwing Duck. And if that does well, they'll probably make more. You know,
there's a lot of stuff, and I mean, I get to an extent why they can be hesitant. You know. With some of these older properties and things like that, you know, and like I said, we were just talking about with Dungeons and Dragons, like, it wasn't exactly a big success for Hasbro.
Yeah, I mean, here I can only speak for my store. Here they sold pretty well. I'm not going to deny that. I've seen them clog the shelves at Walmart, Target. That 2-pack with Venger and Dungeon Master sold pretty decent, and then it went clearance for $25, and it sold out. And then they got more, and then it went back up to $49. But yeah, you know, I mean, there's a ton of them sitting at Ollie's right now. But you know, I as somebody that's a fan of that cartoon, I'm glad I got them. Granted, the animation, the sculpting, and stuff could have been better.
Yeah,
but I'm still happy I got them. I mean, I waited 40 years, so this is about as close as I'm going to get.
I think they're going to be something that people are going to regret not getting.
I think so.
Because we've never gotten them before, and I don't think we will get them again.
Well, hell, even if they were 5 points of articulation, I still would buy them just to have the characters, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I'm hoping that TV series, live-action TV series that Paramount has been talking about on D&D, I'm hoping it's based on those kids' 3 appearances in the D&D movie. Because why would they show them that prominently 3 times unless there's something behind it? Now that the movie did very well, they said, "Well, we're coming out with a live-action TV series." So I'm hoping it's based on that cartoon. Man, that would lend itself to an animated, a live-action TV show so well.
You get the sale biker mouse figures.
Yep,
and they're pretty well sold out everywhere.
$1? Wow,
that's a $1 like a pre deposit.
Now that looks like a full price there for me, there, buddy. I've got a couple of each of these guys coming in, so I'll have them here for sale in the store. Hopefully they do very well.
I've never picked up any of Nacelle's stuff. Has anybody in here? Anybody have any of Nacelle's stuff?
I never have.
So I know they had those. What were those Robo?
Can I send you $1 for my deposits for the biker?
Yeah.
Because they're sold out everywhere.
Well, I mean, if you want a set of them, when I get them in, I'll let you know, and I'll ship them to you.
Absolutely, I would love to get a set of them.
Yeah, because I mean, stuff like this, you never know if it's going to be a hit or a miss. I haven't really had anybody asking for them, so I'm like, well, you know, if you want a set, I'll sell you a set.
Look, $30 for those things are not bad at all.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that
I was worried the first prototype they were showing was missing a lot of articulation, but the last set of prototypes, they had it all in there, the bicep swivels and all the wrist joints and everything. It's like, how are they going to sit on the bikes and grab the handlebars if they can't move their arms?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And look, they're going to do window packaging.
Nice.
That's a lot of accessories, especially for $30 figures. And he's got a chili dog.
Yeah.
I like them, but Street Sharks, definitely would be a great one.
Well, again, depending on how well stuff like this sells and other stuff that people are making, you never know, man. I mean, nostalgia is huge, you know. I mean, especially stuff from the 80s, you know. You make anything and you make it decent enough, people are going to buy it. And then word of mouth spreads around, and next thing you know, a major toy company will pick it up. And then there you go.
Benzo saying that your link's not working. Check that.
Like Thundercats right now are being leased out to Super 7.
Oh.
But I guarantee you, the minute a movie gets greenlit through some movie studio and it's actually going to be made, not talking about it the past 10 years, as soon as they're in production, they're filming, I guarantee you Mattel's going to pull that license back from Super 7 and they're going to start making their own stuff.
Yeah, your Quinn Comics YouTube link's not working for some reason.
My YouTube links?
Yeah, I have to see what's going on.
You're talking about my YouTube channel?
Yep.
That's weird.
Alps, just people have been waiting for a Thundercats movie for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of 15 years.
That's something I would be so cautious of because it seems like they would completely screw it up.
Well, that and Masters of the Universe, they've either got a director and then they lose the director and then they get a writer, or they lose the writer and they get a director. They've been going back and forth. If they really wanted to make these movies, they would have made them by now. It's just, I don't know.
I did see that there was just news recently that Netflix, where they waited so long to do anything with Master of the Universe, they lost the rights for the live action. Now it's going to Prime.
That also happens too. If you don't make, that's why we got those Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies. They needed to do something with that property in a set amount of time. If not, the license was going to revert back to the original seller. So that's why we got Nicolas Cage movies, which, I mean, they were all right. They weren't the best, but, at least they made them.
The first one was so much.
Like the first one.
Yeah.
The first one was better than the second one. I will say that.
Awful.
But Ghost Rider himself in the second one looked really good, Oh,
and Benzo, his link is fixed now. It's different than when I made it. Did you change your link?
I don't touch any of that stuff. Just go to YouTube and type in Quinn Comics. I mean, you found my logo. You found this. Well, there you go. You found this logo right there. You found me.
There's a link to Quinn Comics too. Like, if you go to my channel and go to like the homepage of my YouTube channel, the link, suggested links are down at the bottom too. I put you down there too.
Oh,
so let's see. Where's it? What's it say? Featured links. Yep. And Gina just subbed. So okay.
Yeah. I just clicked on the link. It's working fine.
I just put it. Update the link while we were sitting here.
I don't have on my channel anyways, but other than some of the celebrities that have been here in my store.
Well, you have a cup for toy stuff. We're kind of news-wise. It's kind of light this week.
Yeah.
There's not much going on. I mean, which I get. It's after Christmas and there's not a lot of announcements and it's holiday season, all that kind of stuff. There's not much. There was a couple cool things. There was a leak and there's no pictures or anything, but there was a leak that they're doing. That whole Transformers crossover with G.I. Joe, that they're going to do a Mobat Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the things I got pulled up too.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, first off, just these G.I. Joe Transformer toy crossovers, they do very well here. I ain't got a problem with them. I sell them, and I'm good with that. But my problem is you got Optimus Prime as a tank. Does that make any sense?
If you're going to do Optimus Prime, if it wasn't for the fact that, like, logistically the size of the toy, Rolling Thunder would probably be the best bet for Optimus Prime if you're going to do Prime as a vehicle. But that's a large toy. Then they made Megatron a HISS tank, so they gotta have it like in comparison.
Metroplex should come out as the USS Flag.
Or Omega.
Or Omega, yeah, one or the other. I don't care. I would only ever have him as a USS Flag, though, but...
Oh, did we get like something cool? Is did we get to see some production on the Ramen Racer? That's a big tool, but
I know some people like that.
That's looking good. That so many people are nitpicking and complaining. It's like, shut up! They're turning out nice products. Let them make it. That's like the where you see on the front fender. Well, you see on the front fender, like you don't see the bottom part of the front of the fender. He had to explain, we got to make it a separate piece, or it won't release from the mold. Because in the real world, we can't 3D print it where it's injection molded. If it's the body of the car curves down like this, they can't pull it off the mold without damaging it. So they had to make a separate panel with, and people were complaining about that. It's not going to be seen. It's a tiny little seam line. Oh, here's a review of a knockoff Esco figure. I wonder who did that.
That looks like a cool video. Somebody should watch that.
Oh, and everybody check out Toy Tubers. We go there. I'll put a link to the group. Oh, have a look at. I can post to my channels, but I don't think I can post to yours. But yeah, we set up a toy group on Facebook for everybody, like no immature, childish people on this one. It's like what being weirdos, like weirdos. On this one, just us collectors on here,
and no weird rules about you can't post this type of. I don't care. As long as it's like toy and or geek related, it doesn't matter.
Just no prom.
Post your own videos there. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Have you got toy reviews? Post them here. Let people see them.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. This is for Toy Tubers. Anybody's got a YouTube channel, about toys or anything, collectibles, feel free to post here. Oh, we got the Corey posted this one. This dude's amazing Star Wars collection.
Oh, I saw that.
World record, biggest Star Wars collection out there. He has movie props used in the movies.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah, it's just amazing stuff. Some of the stuff was kind of funny, like they're talking about the 6-inch Hiya Toys figures we talked about last week, and this was new news for them.
Yeah. Which I don't know if it's a licensing thing, but I don't know why they're going. I mean, I like those movies, but
yeah,
that's not the version of Kirk I would want.
I want Shatner.
Yeah. So maybe it was just a licensing thing, and that's all they could get. I don't know. I mean, they're cool. It's a great looking figure.
Yeah.
But
if I want to pick one, I want a Shatner.
Yeah.
We got Entertainment Earth's got a 85% off a lot of figures after Christmas sale. We got some Super 7 stuff. Cheap. Black Adam DC movie stuff. And we got Pennywise from Beast Kingdom. Beast Kingdom is one of those lines where like they're hit and miss. Some of their figures are good, some of them are like junk.
Yeah.
But looks like they did a good job with Pennywise. Can't say what it'll be like in hand. We got Toy Store Robotech figure from Jesse, 1.5, whatever that means.
Which, by the way, that style of figure goes really well with Toy Story stuff.
Yes, it does. And I don't know if you've seen the memes, stuff like that. The Woody with the creepy eyes, like the pervy eyes. But that definitely works with Toy Story.
The only thing I don't like is those hit balls should be blue jean. That should be blue jean colored.
That they
shouldn't be white.
Because you can see the blue through here.
Yeah.
Why would you not make these blue? That makes it look like she's wearing Daisy Dukes. Oh, yeah, like those Woody memes are hilarious. Because the eye, I think the eyes moved on it too, so they actually make it really even more creepy. We got Hot Toys Marvel What If Sicarian Iron Man. Is that part of the new season or?
Yes, yeah, it's part of the new season from. I'll be honest, there's only one episode so far this season, and there's been 7 episodes so far. There's only one I didn't like, and it's not that I didn't like it because it just wasn't as good as the rest. It's been a pretty good season.
It's kind of a cool looking armor. It almost looks like a Predacon, a Predacon from Transformers.
Yeah. Well, that's from an episode where, like, at the end of Avengers, when he pushes the nuke into the portal.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back through the portal. And instead, it's, like, lost the same way that Thor and Loki did in Ragnarok. And he ends up on Sakaar. He never makes it back to Earth. That's what that's from. That's the episode.
Oh, that's cool. And what we were talking about earlier, everybody's, like, jumping back on their Street Rider bandwagon. We got Storm Collectibles announced through Blanca, which looks great, but I'm not going to buy it because I'm going to buy the one that costs $30 instead of over $100.
Yep.
So what is it? What is the price on this one? I don't know, but it's going to be at least $100.
Yep.
And Jada said their deluxe figures, I think, are $30. So yeah. My money's going to Jada. This is kind of weird. Marvel
statuettes or whatever they are.
Yeah, it's the same. This is a different company, but this is the same thing that McFarlane's going to be doing. Page punchers, like thing.
Well, do those even have any articulation?
I have no idea.
I don't think they do.
Part 4, maybe 3.5 inch. 3.2 inches tall. They don't look like they got articulation, but these are just renders, so I don't know. It's weird. It's almost the same thing with page punchers, but page punchers, I think there are 5 POAs or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know who was asking for this.
Nobody. DC Multiverse Batman from Batman v Superman teased by McFarlane Toys.
Yay!
Okay. Now the Mayfix Scarecrow looks really dang good. The T'Challa looks good, but the comic book series Hush figures have been amazing. That's the best looking Scarecrow figure I've ever seen. I think it looks better with the mask on, though.
Oh, yeah.
5K Toys, they got some new stuff coming out. We got Raid Samurai, that is Splinter.
Yeah.
Raid Samurai. We got 2 more Turtles. And some creepy looking Mickey Mouse looking things. Looks like something out of The Purge or something. But that Splinter looks dang good. Oh, it even comes with the baby turtles.
I wonder if we're going to get a not Shredder.
They have to. If they're going this far, they're doing all the turtles and Splinter. Now this looks cool, but it's pricey. But it's like a Hot Toys, but 1/12 scale of a bomb disposal unit. We got 5K website. Bombus B. I like ordering from Bombus B. I ordered my Ramen Racer like canopies for the Batmobile from there. Instead of ordering strictly from Ramen, I just ordered from Bombus B because I can just do a $2 deposit on both canopies, and when it comes in, they just charge me that, and I think their shipping's pretty cheap too there too. Elf Proto said, I heard that the Batman v Superman Batman doesn't have the Ben Affleck head. Some people have just the lighting on it to the photo, and it has the Flash Batman head. That's weird. Wave 3 is another turtle and a big pig of those figures. If I wanted a bomb disposal figure, I'd just use the G.I. Joe classified. Yeah, it's for $90. It's about a G.I. Joe classified figure. It's a lot cheaper. I think it's like what, $30. This is a beautiful looking Unicron. And it's so much cheaper than the HasLab one, and it actually looks like the movie. It's not as big as the HasLab one. I think this is like 18 inches tall or something like that. 45 centimeters. That's not right. Okay. Yeah, this is right. It's 18 inches. It's around about 18 inches tall. But it is a beautiful piece for like half the price of the HasLab. And actually looks like Unicron.
Which is always a plus.
Plus, they're making Primus to go with it. So you can actually have, for the price of these two together, you can, the price of one Unicron HasLab, you can buy Primus and Unicron.
Looks nice.
And we got these from Fury Planets, the Warrior Pandas. This look really cool.
Only $15.
Yeah.
Good price. It's a good price.
Full price unknown. But I'll take it for $15. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to scoot out because I got to start getting ready to close up here, and I got a few other things I got to take care of. But thanks for having me on.
Later.
And, Later. See you guys soon.
Yeah, it totally looks like the Juggernaut from Modern Warfare. Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw y'all fighting that thing one night. Anybody see the prototypes for Hellbeats, April, Splinter, Shredder, Krang? The robotic ones. Those things look really good. I did see the prototypes for those. Now these are pretty cool. Come on, click. These are like original designs. They're not based on any Transformer, but they turn into like real military, like looking ships and submarines. This is a combiner of all those ones together.
Leaks from the U.S. military.
Yeah. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
I also want them just for the ships.
Yeah, the detail on those is amazing.
Which one is it? It's the aircraft carriers one. For this one, it's for 167. Oh, do you get the sub and the aircraft carrier? Yeah, the sub is his weapons. Oh, that's cool. How big is this thing? 34 centimeters.
And what is that in inches? Come on, this is America.
Why is it tell me feet? Give me inches. So not bad size. 13.38 inches.
That's good.
Thing looks, and then all those things combined into this, and that one bot is 13 inches. So I think that's one of the arms. That's gonna be huge. What is that? I don't remember clicking on this. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. I think that goes to that set. Yep, there it is. It's a battleship. The Yamato. Exclusive version.
Oh, Battleship Yamato. Nice.
And it's a very samurai-looking robot, which is cool.
Be cool if you're a Star Blazers fan.
Yeah. Oh, that's another cool one too. Man, why is he that much? That looks badass. Kind of want that, but he's so expensive. The texture, the sculpt looks so damn good. Oh, that's easily a battle beast too.
Oh yeah,
from Invincible. That's another line I would love to see done better. I know Diamond's been doing figures of Invincible, but they got that weird anime style.
And they're fine. I got a couple of them. You know, I've got Invincible and Omni-Man, and they're decent figures.
Yeah,
like,
they're built like those first two were built like DCUC figures, but then they changed the style.
Yeah.
In Wave 2, they don't build them the same way, so they don't look like a uniform set of stuff now. When they released that Armada Unicron, and I thought it was a good Transformer, we ever get, we have come a long way. Yeah, Armada Unicron. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're finally getting Unicron." Now we got two different great Unicrons to choose from. You got the HasLab, which they did release again for 5 seconds on Hasbro Pulse. It's like we're opening the vault up, and everything sold out in a few seconds. Or the studio sale on that one is just amazing. China loves Transformers and mechs. Yes, they do. That's why they make so many third-party Transformer stuff, robot movies, do gangbusters there. Fury Tiger is amazing. I got it for my wife for Christmas. Lucky man. It's a fantastic piece. Man, it is so tempting. Let's move on to the next one. We got the vegetarian Count Duckula. It's an articulated figure. I don't think, was there really that big a demand for this character? I know DuckTales was big, Darkwing Duck was big, but was there any really?
I mean, I remember the cartoon, but I don't remember it being that popular.
And I don't remember it either. I'll dig this. This is a anime style IDW looking Optimus Prime. And price wise, it's not bad. $110. You get all the accessories, weapons, and you would think that's just an action figure, but it transforms. I dig it. The thing looks so cool. It's very tempting to add to another Optimus to my collection, but I don't need to do. Which I have another one Optimus here. Where are you at? There it is. This is a kind of a fourth party product. They took Magic Square's Optimus Prime they made, which is Masterpiece scale, which is around about like 9 to 10 inches tall, and they upscaled it to 18 inches tall. And it's fully transformable. You have basically a Marvel Legends scale Optimus Prime. The total price is $105. That's not including shipping. That thing is so damn cool. If you're
as far as Transformers goes, that's more up my alley.
Yeah, and being the price wise it is, and basically Marvel Legends scale. It's damn nice, tempting too, and it's G1 as you can get. Well, hey now, that sounds mean. Pick up
that new meme where you're just like, I don't know where all the action figures came from, honey. They just showed up in the mail. Like that.
Well, Count Duckula was very British. I can't remember much about it.
I remember it was a thing, and I know I've seen it, but again, I don't remember it being like anything major or anything anybody really gave a crap about.
I have, where I've been off work at I've not been to my friend's shop. I need to go and go get my books. Yeah. The only thing I have him pulling for me right now is the new Transformer comic. And that's what's sitting in my folder per one book. Yeah, it's very, very 80s, and I like it. I love it, actually.
Yep.
At that price, this is more tempting than the other one. What the hell's this?
I think.
Why would you blur something that?
Yeah, Optimus has a penis.
Why would you do that? It's like a mystery. Like, Adam, and why would you do that?
And why is it flesh colored if it's Optimus?
Why would you?
Are we to believe Optimus has a flesh dong? Come on.
I get
those are his balls. He has 3 of them.
I get these. These were like the mystery heads you're getting with it, and
a mystery dong.
And apparently,
you get a mystery
you
dong.
get the cylindrical purple thing.
Fine. Don't overthink it.
I don't know.
I mean, him and Elita 1 had to get it on somehow. You know what I'm saying? That's the sound it made.
Yeah, definitely. Shows Thor Z. They got it for. It says it's $148. That might include free shipping though. Yep, that's it. Their price has shipping included, so that's probably what it's going to cost for Mama to be ship it. Probably about $50.
Yeah,
you're talking something nearly this big.
Oh, Superbad. I think what you're talking about is Galaxy Rangers.
Oh, that would be a great property too.
Yeah. Galaxy Rangers was awesome. Loved Galaxy Rangers.
Now this I'm very tempted to. This is an upscaled of the Legacy Leader Class Megatron with a lot of redesigned parts on it and huge. It's 13, about 14 inches tall compared to the small transformer that they made, and it's got premium paint, articulated hands. They re-engineered the neck on the dragon head arm. It is a beautiful piece for $120. And I love Transmetal 2 Megatron.
Yeah.
That is probably the best looking Transmetal 2 Megatron on the market right now. And I have the Perfect Effect one. And I like it, but it's more stylized. It's not true to the show. This looks like the show. I like that. Oh, this is where we were talking about the Mobat Optimus Prime. It does make sense with the size-wise, but vehicle-wise, yeah, it don't really make sense.
It doesn't, but yet I still want it. I want to see a Mobat Optimus Prime.
This made me order the Megatron today. The Megatron is on sale on Amazon for like 40-some bucks.
Yeah. It's on sale everywhere. It's on sale at Big Bad Toy Store, I think Entertainment Earth, Amazon. Yeah.
So, yeah, I ended up getting the Megatron because this is coming out. Plus, it's coming with General Hot.
Yep.
And it's the O-ring style figures too. Will he be motorized? We've got some G.I. Joe classified stuff drops today. I got invoice for Nunchuck today from the Chosen Prime. And we were talking about earlier, the J Toys Chester Cheetah. He's available now in stock. Big Bad Toy Store. Looks like a fun figure. It's tempting to get that thing. Because it's not easy being cheesy.
Cheesy, yeah.
The DC Multiverse stuff, blah, blah, blah. Super long legs. Big figures with head sculpts that don't look like the actors or the action figure characters. So, yeah. Which I have McFarlane stuff. I'm just crapping on because I can't.
I do too. I'm just not into them like I used to be. I can't remember the last time I bought a McFarlane figure.
So a friend of mine just got the Soul Calibur from Storm Collectibles. He really likes it. And how much is that Blanca? We were guessing at 100. Right at $94.99.
So after tax and shipping, you're going to pay like $110.
Yeah. We got the Mayfix. Where is she at? This. I've stared at this so many times. It's like, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. But it's just.
Now, exactly how have you stared at it? Like a ninja?
No, not that way. I don't have a decent poison ivy in my collection.
They haven't really made one.
They did. Mattel made one a while back, right before the line in. They did a signature series one, which I have a test shot of. It's non-painted. I never did get around to painting. And I do have the DC Multiverse for Mattel right before the line quit, but they were weirdly scaled. The females were like 7-inch scale figures, so they don't. I don't know what was going on in Mattel there at the end. They surely wasn't trying, because the female figures were literally 7-inch scale figures, and the rest of the line was 6.5-inch scale. But sculpt wise, it's the perfect comic book. Like we was talking about, the Hush Mayfix figures have been fantastic.
Yeah. All right, Jer. I gotta go.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta head out. Real quick before I leave, though, I did want to show you guys one thing.
Yeah.
Where is it? This one right here. Look at the detail on this Cobra Trooper.
Oh yes, I saw that the other day.
Look at this. By the
That's
way,
a
this is a 4-inch figure that has better detail on it than any 6-7-inch scale figure out there.
Yep.
It is insane how nice this figure is. It's got all the articulation, double jointed everything, bicep swivels, thigh cuts, diaphragm joint, waist swivel, everything.
I like what Haya's doing too. They're continuing the techno look.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't popular in the 6-inch line, but it's cool in this niche subline.
I love it, man. It's great. It's awesome. But anyway,
apparently, GN was talking about the armor will fall off because it's Haya. Does Haya have issues with stuff?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know.
Okay.
They've only released a couple of. They released Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. I almost said Snake Shadow and Storm Eyes, which could be 2 new characters that I just created.
There we go. Trademark right now.
Yeah. But those are the only 2 they've come out with yet, and they weren't released here. You had to order them online and do all this stuff, and I've never picked them up. But I do collect that scale G.I. Joe. So
Dredd has a lot of issues with the armor, apparently.
But yes, I have to get out of here. I have another podcast I have to get to. So I will see you mañana. We're doing, on the Geek Fusion side, we're doing the top 10 movies of 2023 tomorrow night. So
Godzilla Mass 1.
I will see you guys mañana. Later, Jared. Have fun.
A good one, sir.
Goodbye, audience, and I shall see you again. So.
And I do.
All right.
Ninja vanish.